Hey, am I here? Am I here? Are you here? Am I here? Oh, wow. Let's see. Can you hear me? I know you guys are just sitting here chit chatting. I messaged Brenda because I knew she was in the chat.
Technical difficulty.
Yeah, so we've had like the strangest weather, like crazy, like violent winds and rain. And my computer's just been all kind of messed up. I couldn't get anything to work. So I just shut down the computer and Dale shut down all the power and we just rebooted everything. So I think I'm here. Am I here? Am I here?
Everybody pooped out and you went somewhere else.
No, I think they're here. Hang on. Let's see. I mean, they've been chit chatting and they've been chit chatting in the live over here for the last 15 minutes or so.
Where is she? Where is she?
I know. I was able to make a comment. And it took forever for the comment to go through. Yeah, oh, there they are. There they are. Yay. See, here I am. Yes, I'm here.
You don't need me no more?
No, thank you. I know.
Bye.
Thank you. When in doubt, I always restart the computer. But then my computer, when I restarted it, was like, when it was trying to come back on, it said I had no power. And it literally, I mean, if you look outside of my house, all my little things sitting around, flags and spinners and stuff like that, they're just all over the place. They're all over the place. It's just been blowing everywhere. And now it's getting cold. So it was up to 50 degrees, and now it's getting cold. And overnight, it's going to snow. It got warm. Almost all the snow's gone. And it's just crazy. It is crazy, crazy town. Let me tell you what. Thank you for hanging out and just sticking around. I would have let somebody know. Like, I knew Brenda was here. I would have let Brenda know. Okay, Brenda, it's not going to happen. Tell everybody I'm sorry, but I can't go live. Anyhow, it's so weird. Just so much weird stuff happening. It's absolutely crazy. Anyhow, I'm here. I'm here. So, a few life updates. You guys get the life updates here, you know? You know that I was sick, and I still say I had bronchitis. But when the doctor who looked at me didn't really think it was too bronchitis, or maybe, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't bad enough yet, or I don't know. But then Dale got sick. Of course, Dale got sick. And I think he's worse than I was. So he finally went into Ready Care yesterday, and he got an x-ray. They wanted a chest x-ray for him. So he got his chest x-ray and he has bronchitis. So that's why I say I am 90% sure that at some point I did. Anyhow, yeah. So I am feeling better. I still have the cough. I mean, that cough is still there. It's not as bad as it was. It just doesn't want to go away. It's just like hanging on. I'm not coughing as much. I'm not coughing as violently. I'm not, you know what I mean? But Dale's, anyhow. So here we go. He got an inhaler even. That's how bad his was. So anyhow. So here's my sock. Here's my little socky. Look at it. So I got to the point where I had 2 inches, which is what I'm supposed to have here, is 2 inches from the heel, and we're ready to do some decreases. We have to decrease here before we do our cuff, because she says this part is too wide now. Like, okay, it's too wide. Yeah, and it was a different doctor, different day, different doctor. You know, you just never know. Anyhow, So here we are again, we're face on because, there's not too much excitement going on here. Not too much technical stuff I need to do. I already know what I need to do for this round because I watched the video this morning. I don't even have the video up. I was so worried about just trying to be able to go live. I haven't even done all the other stuff yet. So for this round, to decrease, she said do 2 single crochets. Okay. Do 2 single crochets. Now I'm going to put my little marker here because I've been really faithful about putting my marker in here. So do 2 single crochets and then a decrease all the way around. Okay, we can do that. I don't even have to count to do that. 2 single crochets and a decrease. And then we'll start that ribbing for the cuff. We're going to cuff it. I have made no progress on the other sock because, I need this main color and it's already attached to this sock. So I was like, I'm not going to try to detach it and all that jazz. I'll just wait until I'm done with sock 1 and then I'll start the other sock. I mean, I have the toe part done. Pretty sure the toe is done. I don't know if it's done completely. I'd have to check. Well, I'm happy. I'm happy that just rebooting everything fixed it. And it wasn't something more severe because, I lost a computer one time to weather. I mean, we got a power surge protector here and everything's plugged into the surge protector. But I lost a desktop computer. Just fried it. Just fried the computer. We could never get stuff off it. Pictures stuck in there, gone forever. All that kind of stuff. Anyhow, so I'm glad that this is back to somewhat normal. I wondered, I was trying to upload or edit first, just editing a video, and it wasn't working like hardly at all. Everything I would try to do was just super slow. I could get it to finally sort of work, but I never did get it to process. The video processed once and it had no sound. And I was like, well, that's not going to do us any good. So then I gave up for a while. We went to lunch, got some Subway, came back, tried it again, and it's just like everything that shouldn't even take that long was taking forever. So then I should have shut everything down right then and there. But I thought, well, let's just try to go live. Yeah, okay. That wasn't going to work. So here we are. So I'm happy that things are working okay now. Yeah. So after my live, I should be able to go in and process that video. And it should work. Believe it or not, you guys, it's a Diamond Art Club Black Friday painting. Can you believe I still have a Black Friday painting? I do. Yes, I do. All right. Hang on. I'm going to do something. I think I need to have an even number of stitches. And I don't think I will here. So I'm going to do another decrease here. No, wait. There was a decrease. Okay, do 1 single crochet and another decrease. Because somehow I had 59 stitches. I don't know how. But if I do that, let me count these real quick and see what I have. I just need an even number. That's what I need. Let's see what we got. Give me a moment while I count. At 44. Okay. And she had 42. I know that she had 42. So we're good. We are good. I think I know what to do on the next round. I think it's just a round of double crochets, but let me get the video up. Let me find the video, because after that, I'm not quite certain what we do. I have a feeling, but let's verify. Let's verify the situation. I really like how this sock is turning out. I really, really do. And it's just a nice little easy pattern. And I think it's going to, make a nice little sock and can be used in the future for many different yarns and whatnot if you just want to make a nice basic little sock. Okay, we are here. She's doing her rounds. I got way back. Hang on, I didn't want to go that far. Okay, here we go. Okay, that's the decrease row. Yeah, we already did that. We need the next row. Yeah, I was right. Okay, so one thing I didn't remember she did is she goes into the next stitch, which is our first stitch of our round, where our stitch marker is. So we just slip stitch into there, and now we're in our first stitch of the round. Hello, Sean. Oh, at work. Oh, boy. So this is a round of double crochets. So in that first stitch, we chain 3, and that makes our first double crochet, and that's in our first stitch. So then we go to our next stitch, and we do a double crochet. So that's our first 2 double crochets, and I'm going to put my marker right in the top of that chain, and we just double crochet all the way around. Yeah, double crochet all the way around. So when I'm done, I should have 42 of these little puppies, right? I should have, because I had 42 single crochets, so I better have 42 double crochets. Boy, I cannot tell you the sense of relief I just got that this is all working. My computer's not fried. Relief. We did have the power flash out yesterday too. It just flicked, went out for a second, and came back on. It's just bizarre. Just the weather has just lost its mind. I swear. Weather has lost its mind. So, what are you guys up to today? Like I said, I was up. I was trying to process that video, edit. I had all the editing. I was just trying to process it on my computer, turn everything into a video, and it wasn't working. It's just like, nope. My brain should have a long time ago, like hours ago, said, shut it down, Mindy. Shut it down. And then I think that my power cord, my battery, because it's a laptop, my battery doesn't work anymore. So I always have to be plugged in with the power cord. And I think the power cord is a little fickle. Like you bump it and it comes undone. So now I can see on the bottom, along the bottom where you got all those things, I can see like battery green, which means, I think that just means I'm plugged in. I know the wind was crazy, Sean. It was crazy. Right? It's absolutely crazy. I woke up this morning. I was up at 7:00. And I was out on the couch. I wanted to finish. I had just a few rounds of this sock to go to finish it. And I had the light on, but it's dark outside and I needed more light. So I grabbed my new like knitting crochet wrap around your neck light thing, And it was okay for a minute. And then I realized it's really dim and it's not charged. Well, I had it plugged in, but however, I had realized out in the kitchen where I had it plugged in to the chargers out there, that whole outlet had popped. The breaker on it is it's like a GFI, with the little button thing. It had popped. So anything that I had plugged in out there, which was the light, my phone, my mics. There's two pieces to my mic. None of that stuff had charged because for some reason, and probably the power surge, the whatever, the weather, it was all just not working. Right? Not working. So I couldn't see what I was doing to work on the sock. And I managed to just I'm so sorry, you guys. Managed to find enough light to finish the last round that I needed to do. I should have just got up and gone out to the kitchen and sat at the table. But anyhow, it's been rough. It's been rough. Not feeling good, being sick, Dale getting sick, the weather, the power, the this, the that. Oh my gosh. Hello, Julie. All right, there is our first round of double crochets. Can you see them? See the little rounds of double crochets there? Now, I'm pretty sure we're going to do like back post or something the next round. Oh, hang on. Let's see. I skipped too far ahead. Yeah, okay. Classic way to do a ribbing without chaining up and coming back down the chain and chaining up and back down and up and down and up and down. That's one way to do ribbing. This way, I think I like a lot better. Okay, so we're going into our... No, we're not. We're not going into the chain at all. Yes, we are. We have to go into the chain, don't we? Hang on. Let me see. What does she do? Oh, come on. I keep skipping the part where she ends this round. Okay, she doesn't even show it, but yes, she goes into the chain at the top here. She goes into the chain, and that's like to finish off that round. Okay, so we have finished off the round. Hello, Mary Lou. And then she chains one and she does a front post double around the chain. Front post double around that first 3 chains. Then we go back post double around the first double. And then we do a front post double around the next one. Do you guys know how to do those? Do you want to know? Do you want to see? I mean, I can show you. Let's see. This will be interesting. Try to get up here and show you what I'm doing. It's going to be backwards for you. So that was a front post. So you just go back post. You go from the back to the front around your stitch and pull up your loop and do your back post. Then for the next one, no, that was a front post. I'm so sorry. That was a front post again. No, it wasn't. I did a back post. You guys. Well, back post, you go from back to front. That's what I did. I did that. And then front post, you go front to back. And then the next one, you come around the back to the front. And the next one, front to the back. And I'm certain this is what we're going to do, like all the way around. Now, I am going to put my marker, not that you really have to here, because you can tell where this round ends. You can tell because it's much taller. See, it's much taller than the last round. Oh, my neck light. I don't know what brand it was, Mary Lou. My daughter got it for me for Christmas. Hang on. I want to get a cough drop too. So hang on. I'll be right back. I brought it with me. I went and got it. So this one is Vecchia. I don't know if you can see that. It's probably backwards too, right? Vecchia. Vekkia. Vecchia. And I really like this one. First of all, I will say this is where the battery is. This is where it charges. And on my other one, this was really a lot larger and it was very bulky. And it just made it want to slide around on my neck. This one is smaller. Okay, so it goes right around my neck. And the arms are much more flexible. You can do crazy stuff with these. So it's very, very flexible. And I love it. Okay, you can point this right at whatever you want to point it at. I'm going to point it at you guys. You ready? I'm going to point it at you. And then it's got different brightnesses. Right? That's only the first one. Oh, I got my other pop in here.
Oh, man.
Thank you. Now I got two pops. I'm double fisted here.
You're blinding everybody.
I know, right? They wanted to know about my light. So yeah. It's really bright, and it was not charged. Dale, it was not charged. The breaker thing out there had popped. Nothing was charging out there on the switch.
The GFI.
Yeah, the GFI. So
GFI, GHC,
this didn't charge. What else was plugged in out there for a while? My microphones didn't charge. Nothing charged out there. I went out there and I was like, there's a red light. This must have all happened storm stuff.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, it did.
But I noticed that last night.
Yeah.
That I noticed last night. This probably happened at the same time. We just didn't notice it because we weren't really using the computer.
The lights blinked and all that. And
yeah. Probably happened at the same time. Yeah.
Probably.
That popped and that messed up this. You got it. So anyhow, did you get that, Mary Lou? You just plug it in. It just plugs in. It's a C cord, which most phones have a C cord. It just plugs in right there. So however you charge your phone, I just use the same cord and just plug it right in there. It came with its own cord and everything too, but until 3:30.
3:30?
Yeah.
Holy cow.
I go an hour and a half for my live so I can get something done.
Cow.
I know. Trying to finish a sock today.
I'm straightening up the downstairs so I didn't know when I could vacuum.
Oh.
You know, the living room, you don't like me vacuuming when you're doing your thing.
I don't know. It depends on how loud it is.
It's loud. It's like mowing the lawn.
Like mowing the lawn. Yeah, this is good for anything that you could use it as a reading light. I mean, if you want to read a book, point at your book. I mean, I love how flexible it is. It's super flexible. It's really light, and it doesn't tend to slip around on my neck like the other one did. Like I'd move, and the other one would just go like this. I'd be like, okay, well, I'm like, that's not helping, right? So anyhow, I like it. It's good. I like it. So it was a Vecchia, and it didn't cost very much. Now there's another brand out there. You look like a deer in headlights a little bit. Um, there's another brand out there called Luminous something. Hang on, I'll tell you what it is. I had it in my Amazon cart on my list, not my cart, but my list. And it's a real popular one. It's more expensive. Lumos, Lumos. That one's $55. The Lumos is $55. Okay, keep that in mind. And this one was the Vecchia. I'll look it up. Vecchia, they call it a booklight. I wish I could have got purple. They have purple, pink. Yeah. $16. Oh, wait. There's currently a coupon. It's $15.19. I mean, for $15 versus $55, the Lumos just, I don't know. It's a brand, it's a popular brand. I don't know if it's that much better. I don't know. But it's being advertised all over the place as a neck light for knitting. But for $55 versus, $16, Lumos isn't even coming up. Where are you? I don't know what makes it that much better, This one seems just great. Here's the Lumos. Oh, I think I know the one difference. I mean, it still looks, hang on, you have to wait for this to focus. Come on. So you see, you still have that larger part on the back because that's the battery. It's also very flexible like the other one is. I think this has different color light. Oh, well, it's advertised by Cameron. Cameron is a very popular crochet artist. There's Cameron with her light. Oh, there you go. There's another crochet artist advertisement. See, that's why they get to, charge so much for them. Somewhere it doesn't even tell you about the lighting. Like when you scroll across the pictures and stuff, it doesn't even tell you about it there. Where does it tell you all the details about it? Gentle on the eyes. I don't know. I mean, for $55 versus $15, I'll take the $15 one. I will take the $15 one all day long, right? So, okay, back to our front post, back posts. I'm ready for a back post here. The only question is, how many rows of this do I do? And you know what? You could do as many rows as you wanted. Like if you wanted to make this a longer sock, a taller sock, all you'd have to do is keep going on this part and you could make it a tall sock, how tall you wanted it, right? I mean, it's customizable. Figure out how wide you want it to start with for how big your foot is, how long you want the foot to be. It like I've tried it on. I don't know how many times I've tried it on. Quite a few. So I wanted to make sure. I haven't tried it on since I did the 2 inches. Maybe I'll try it on after I do the first round of ribbing here. We'll try it on and see what. I mean, I haven't tried it on for you guys. I showed it to you guys. Put it on my foot last week. Hello, Emma. Emma, do you come with good news or bad news? Is there anything out there that I need to buy this week? Please just tell me no. Okay, please tell me no. I bought from Dreamer Designs last week. That's been shipped. I bought from Diamond Art Club. I didn't want to. I really didn't want to. Oh, Dreamer Designs has got a cute little pair of donkeys. That's got to be overseas shipped. I don't know. I'm trying not to buy stuff. I'm trying. Diamond Art Club hasn't had anything of interest so far. Well, I lie. Let me let me say I just lied to you because that's wrong. Because because is this not my three kitties? Is it? Is that not my three cats? There's Mr. Sunny on the top. Little Misty over there, the light gray one. Yeah, Emma. And then the other one is my Smoky boy. Now, yeah, that is my cats. You guys, I do not need to buy another diamond painting. But that's my cats. That's my cats. Oh goodness. I can't. I just can't keep up. I can't keep up. And I have a whole pile of stuff downstairs. That's my to sell pile. I need to sell. Need to sell. Need to sell. Need to sell. I went through some more special drill things the other day. Rearranged some stuff in the basement. I have some of that stuff. I'm probably just going to use that as giveaways and whatnot. I got to get rid of stuff. I got too much. I just have too much. And then they come out with a painting that's my three cats. Why? 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 What's unavailable, Julie? So, trying to restrain myself. And the world is not cooperating. World's not cooperating. So we were at Subway, and Dale has like the Subway app on his phone. And this thing came up on his app, and it said he could get a foot long. It wasn't free, but you could get a foot long for like $8 or something. So he's got this little QR code and everything came up on the app. And he's trying to bring it up, and it's not happening. It's not working. The guy at the register, he couldn't figure it out. He couldn't get it for that price. He called another lady up who's been there for years, and she's like, she said, I don't understand the app. I can't help you with the app. But normally, if you have something on the app, it'll come up on our computer. It's not even coming up over here. They didn't know what to do. So we never did get the sub for $8. Dale's just like, fine, that's fine. I'll just pay what I need to pay, and I'll take it up with Subway. Emma, of course. Absolutely, of course. I did not realize upon ordering from Diamond Art Club last week. I mean, I don't really pay that close of attention, I guess. But I did not realize that it wasn't last week, though, was it? Was it last week or was it the week before? I don't remember now. Anyhow, whenever I ordered, they weren't in stock. So that's what makes me think it wasn't last week, was it? The week before? They weren't in stock. So they were a pre order. I did not know that. Did you know that? Did any of you know that? Okay, now let me see. Are we supposed to do, here's my question. Are we supposed to do front post around front post still? I think probably. Front post around front post and back post around back post for the next round? Let's see. What's she say? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We know that. And to do that all the way around. Yes. Yep. Oh, that's it, man. She's done. She told us how to do one round, and then she said, "Now we make 2 inches, and then fasten off." All right, we're done. That's it. Yeah. So you continue to do front post around front post and back post around back post. So we're to our next round, and we're going to do a front post. No, hang on. I need to join this still every time first. Need to join, chain 1, and do my front post around the front post. Front post around front post. Okay. Yeah, so Subway was giving us a hard time. Yeah, she was just like, I'm done. I don't have anything to say. Just keep going. Keep going until you get 2 inches. Okay. So this is unusual for me to go just by measurements. I like to count rows, you know what I mean? And then, each, like, if you're doing 2 of something, 2 socks, 2 sleeves, 2 whatever, if you count rows, they're exactly the same. If you're just doing measurements, I'm like, how do I know they're the same? I guess, measure twice. Make sure they look right. I don't know. I said I was going to try this on, and I didn't. I got 2 inches to go here, people. 2 inches to go. How long will it take to do 2 inches? Not as long as it took to do all them single crochets all the way around, I don't think. I think this will be a little quicker. I could be wrong, but I don't know. I will try it on when we get back around. So the one thing with this yarn is there's no nylon in it. So it's not going to have like any stretch to it at all. If there was a little bit of nylon in it, it would stretch a little bit. This one is not going to be very stretchy. So if I get to the point where this is too tight, I'm going to be in the same boat I was in with that last pair of socks. And I didn't like that boat because that boat that I was in caused me to not wear those socks. They're too tight. You're not going to wear them, right? Almost felt like I had compression sock, except it was just at the ankle. So instead of acting as a compression sock, it was just cutting off my circulation. Just cut off my circulation to my foot. No, they weren't that tight, but anyhow, I didn't want to wear them because they didn't fit right. They didn't feel good. If they don't feel good, you're not gonna wear them. I find that's true with anything I make that I wear. If it doesn't feel good and just fit just right, you don't wear it. You don't want to wear it. Some of the sweaters I've made, some of the sweaters I made, they just don't fit right, and you don't wear them. If you don't like the fit, the way it feels, you're not going to wear stuff. That's all I got. That's all I can say. And I think starting out making garments or just things that go on your body, doesn't have to be, it could be a shawl, it could be a whatever. You kind of try it and you learn from your trial, Like the first sweater I ever made, I made it with completely the wrong kind of yarn. It was a bulkier yarn. I mean, not that you can't make a sweater with bulky yarn, you can, but I didn't like it. I didn't like the bulkiness of it. I didn't like the color pattern that the yarn made. There was nothing I ended up liking about that first sweater I made when I was done. Nothing at all. And it's, was it a waste of time? Well, no, it wasn't a waste of time. I learned about sweater construction. I learned about size. I learned a lot of things, making that. Unfortunately, it didn't turn out and I didn't care for it. But, I still learned something. Do I want the sweater? No. What am I going to do with the sweater? I don't know. I have contemplated taking it to a craft show, seeing if anybody there is interested in it. I could sell it there. I've had a shawl. I did not like how the shawl fit. It's one that we did for the Crochet-A-Long long time ago. And it just didn't turn out right in the back, like around the neck area back there. It just didn't lay right. And I didn't like it. I have never liked it since I made it. Never liked it. So I took that to and there was a top I made. I kept taking that to the craft shows. Nobody was ever interested in them. I'll just say nobody was interested. So I don't know why they would be interested in this sweater either. I don't know. So I don't think making garments is going to be my thing, like to sell or nothing, Okay, I'm going to try my sock on here. Told you I was going to try it on. Let's try her on. Got to take my slipper off first and try the sock on. Oh, little socky, fit on my foot, fit on my foot, fit on my foot. The heel could almost have gone a little shorter. Well, it's not bad. Not bad. Okay. All right. Boink. It's not bad, honestly. At first I thought maybe it was too like I would want to pull this down more, and which I can. Okay. No, it's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. There it is. All right. So we just keep working on ribbing. A ribbing we will go. A ribbing we will go. Fingering weight yarn and wearables, right? Well, it doesn't take long before you want to do that. I think everybody starts out with some simple things, and then you start looking around, and you start seeing all these other cool things that you want to make, and you quickly kind of go, I think I want to try making a sweater or a top or this or that. I think I've told you guys, there's somebody that I watch. She is not a plushie maker. She does not make plushies. She has made hats, and she's made some, like, she made at Christmas time like these wine bottle covers. They're like trees, or I don't know, they're interesting. But she makes all kinds of things, and she does markets, and she sells things. And one of her friends hand dyes yarn. And we know that hand dyed yarn is expensive, right? She was at a craft show, and she was finishing up a top. And it's basically, it sounds like it's 2 panels, I believe, that just go like front and over your shoulder, like 2 big panels, and then you seam them up. So you seam them up and it makes like a little V-neck top. And then of course, if you seam up the one all the way up to the back, then you know. So she was finishing this up at a craft show, and a lady came by and fell in love with the top that she was making and wanted to buy it. So in one of her videos, she talks about that. And she sold that top for $250. $250, right? So I was like, holy cow. A $250 top. Okay, so if it had, and she was using hand-dyed yarn, let's just go with $30. I mean, that's, you know, that's a pretty average price. $30. And maybe it was 3-4 skeins of yarn. Let's just go with 4. She's not a very big person, so she's probably making a smaller size. So that's $120 in yarn. Okay, I get that. And you got to get that price out of it to cover the yarn. But she doubled, right? I mean, doesn't that seem like a lot? And she got that price out of it. And she gets that price for these, like, quite often. She has sold cardigans before for $250. And I'm like, how? And you would think she lived someplace like really ritzy and fancy or a big city, or she does not. I think she lives in like North Dakota or South Dakota or someplace. It's not like she's in the big city. She's not in New York. She's not in California. She's not. I mean, how do you get that kind of money out of something? I can't even imagine. That's beyond my wildest dreams. You know? I use you guys as my sounding board. I mean, what would you guys say if I told you I was going to try to sell a top for $250? Do you look at me like I'm crazy? You know? How about a cardigan? How about a granny square card? Sean, let's go to granny square cardigan. You know how much work a granny square cardigan is? I mean, you're going to find out because I'm going to be making one pretty soon. I'm going to start working on my my sunflower sunburst granny cardigan with my bad sheep yarn in the color sunflower, right? I mean, you got to make all them squares. Do you know how many squares you have to make? I mean, depending on your size, do you know how many squares you have to make? Hang on. Let me give you a clue. Hang on. So you have to make all the squares, first of all. I just happen to have a photograph here, or a diagram of a cardigan layout and how many squares it took. Hang on, where is it at? Okay, so I mean, these are the squares are 4 3/4 inches. So 4 3/4 inch square. Okay, keep that in mind. And it took 78 squares. 78 for the body and the sleeves. And I don't even think these are long sleeves. I think those are like short sleeves, right? I don't think they're long. So, I mean, there's your back panel, 2 front panels, 2 sleeves. That's 78 squares. Yikes. 29 inches long, a 16-inch arm length. 16 inches. Okay, look. 16 is like what, 3/4 length sleeve? Right? So just think about making a cardigan with 78 squares. And then after you make all the squares, then you have to seam it all together and probably do some edging. Right? Yeah. I mean, would it be worth $250? Absolutely. Absolutely be worth $250. But my question is, who's going to pay that much for it? Do they realize the time, the effort, the cost? Even if you went with cheaper yarn. Okay, say you went with cheaper yarn. It wouldn't be as nice, but if you went with cheaper yarn, you could probably spend $100 on yarn. Maybe 75. Say we go to Hobby Lobby and we get some I love this yarn or something. And you get it on sale. But, oh my goodness. If I was in that market, I would be like, if I could sell stuff like that, I would be over the moon. I mean, you wouldn't have to sell very many of them. You'd be making, what, a 50% markup on your product? I mean, who gets that? I mean, I've worked in retail. My parents owned a store. I know what a markup is on a product. You know, it's not 50%. That's for sure. You know? So I guess, when you're talking marking things up, you either mark it up a lot so you don't have to sell very many, or you mark things cheaper and you make your money on bulk sales. I don't know. I can't even fathom it. Can't even fathom. But the key is, if you're going to sell stuff, you're going to make stuff to sell, I don't know. You got to make stuff that's easy enough, quick enough, cheap enough. And I feel that just kind of demeans the whole process. We want to make things that are nice. But can you get the price out of them? Can you get that nice price out of a nice item? I don't know. Oh, well. It's a whole conversation for another day. I'm not doing any sales anytime soon. I'm not even thinking about making stuff to sell at this point. I have like 4 projects I'm working on right now. One's almost done. I have no idea, Sean. And those are hexie cardigans, and I will say, having made 2 hexie cardigans, they're a lot easier to make than like a granny square cardigan, because granny square cardigans, you got to sew all them squares together or crochet them together. A hexie, you don't need to do that. So the hexies are easier to make, but still, I don't know. Let's find out. Let's message Jason and be like, hey, dude, how much did you pay for them sweaters? Just curious. I crochet. I'm just wondering, what was your going price? And then go look at Etsy sometime. Oh my gosh, go look at Etsy sometime and see what people sell stuff for. There's another lady that I watch, and she sells like some plushies, and they're nothing fancy. So like she sells these little small bees, but she makes them with like this fuzzier yarn. I think it's called Feels Like Bliss. And so her little bees come out fuzzy, like fluffy little bees. And she sells them for like, I don't even know how much, over $20, I think. I don't know. Okay, now I'm curious. Now I'm just curious. Hello, Deborah. Right? I know. Because selling stuff is a crazy, crazy endeavor. I'll just say it's a crazy endeavor. Let's see. Let's just do a little. Okay, continue using my browser. Okay, browser. Let's just look up Hexie cardigan on Etsy and see what we find. Now you got me all curious. Not the pattern. I don't want patterns. I want to see what somebody's selling an actual cardigan for. And all I'm getting is patterns. Pattern, 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 pattern. No, I want to have an actual sweater. $150. There's one. $150 custom Hexie cardigan. $150. $55. How is this person selling one for $55? A hooded granny square. $157. So the granny square right there, the granny square with a hood, $157. How can you do that? I don't know. There was another Hexie for $55. I feel like my time is more valuable than $55 for one of those. You know what I mean? 86. It's funny how many are coming up patterns, not many actual. Of course, okay, this one right here, this Hexie cardigan, is just like there's nothing added to it. I don't think there's anything added to it. No extra in the front, no extra along the bottom. It was just the two hexies, and then they added a little bit for sleeves. So that's pretty simple. They're selling it for $65. I don't know. That's why I don't ever make garments to sell. Even a bag. Think about it. Even just a little granny square bag, right? They're expensive. You screwed up your Hexie cardigan, but you saved both of the hexies and never went back and put them together. Well, Sean, you'll have to put them together someday. Yeah. All right, put them together. Try again. There you go. Try again. If you got the hexies made, hey, that's the hardest part. After that, you just got to put them together and add some extra rounds to make it, wider in the front, the back, the length, whatever you need. Hello, we're not accepting phone calls right now. Thank you. I wonder how many rounds of this it'll take to make 2 inches. It'd be nice if I had a tape measure in here, wouldn't it? And then the weird thing about this is it's hard to count how many rounds you did. It's just one of those stitches it's hard to count. Like 1, 2, 3. I think this is the 4th round, maybe. I don't know. Again, you can customize this. I could stop whenever I wanted with this cuff. If I wanted to keep it super short here, I could stop right now. I don't think I would like it that short because I don't like them short socks. Them socks that just fall into your shoes because you got no cuff. I don't like them. When we just went and got new shoes and new socks at the running shoe store, I'm like, I gravitate. I just need a quarter. I call them quarter socks. They're not shorties. They're not tall. They're quarters. Just enough of a cuff. Not too tall, not too short. I feel like I'm a baby bear here. It's not too tall, not too short. It's just right. That's the neat thing about making clothes. You can make it the way you want. Once you kind of get a knack for what you're doing, you probably mess up a few times, but that's part of the process, part of the process. So I need to finish my expression fiber arts, the mystery. I got the yarn to do the border. And I'm not going to do the border exactly like their pattern says because I don't like doing what they want to do. They call it a reverse stitch. It's a crab stitch reverse. And I'm not doing it. I am not doing it. So I might do the rounds of, I don't know, singles or doubles or whatever they have you do around it first. And then I'll go around either. They only do the sides. They don't do the bottom. They don't do the bottoms of the thing. They just do the sides. But I will, I think I'm going to do at least one more round here. I will do the sides with the single crochets or half doubles or whatever they're using. And then when we get to our little crab stitch, I might do just something different. I don't know, do a back post. They do the crab stitch in the back loop, which is even worse than just doing a crab stitch. So they do it in the back loop, so it makes a little ridge on the front. I'm not doing all of that. I'm doing something right now. I'm doing a test crochet, you guys. And I really liked the construction of this top. You could do a top or a cardigan. I chose to do a top. And I like the stitch pattern. I like the construction of this thing is very unique. And it just uses like some clusters and some crossed double crochets, really. She never calls them crossed double crochets, but that's what they are. But the way that she's doing them is so difficult. It's not the way most people will tell you how to do a crossed double crochet. I'm not going to get into all the technicalities of it, but when I do a cross double crochet or you watch a tutorial for one, you just really, you go skip 2 stitches and you do a double crochet. And then you come back and you do a double crochet in the stitch before that one. And normally I just go through that stitch and all the way up and out to make my double crochet. And she's got you coming in underneath the other double. It's hard. I'll just say it's hard. And I would never do it. It still does the same thing. It still makes the same effect. So it makes an X, right? It makes an X. But when you do it the way that I would normally do it, your little cross goes a different way. Like it's still the same thing. But trying to do this properly for the test, I'm trying to do it the way she wants it done. And I struggle with it. I just struggle with getting my hook underneath where it's supposed to go. Like I said, technical, very technical. I mean, I'd show you someday, but I know most of you don't really care. You're just here for entertainment purposes. Oh boy. But yeah, I just see no point in making the stitch harder when you really will get an X either way. It's just which way the top bar faces, really. The one that you see on top. Sometimes it will go this way when you do it one way and it's going that way if you do it the other way. It's just, okay, I'm getting some good stretch here. See, I'm not unhappy with the stretch. Even though there is no nylon in this yarn, it's still fairly stretchy, this little cuff. But I'm working on that. I had to wait for yarn. I had to order some yarn. Had to wait for that. And I'm being uh cheap. That's what I want to use. No, I'm being uh frugal. I'm being I didn't want to go spend $32 a hank on yarn, right? But I did want to use the company's yarn. It's for Expression Fiber Arts. Did want to use their yarn. So I went and I found a yarn that was $18 a hank. Right? I mean, and I need 4. So I didn't want to spend $32 or $30 a hank. I liked this little yarn for $18. Is it the perfect yarn? I don't know. It's got some fuzz to it, a little bit of fuzz to it, so the stitch pattern isn't as crisp as if you used other yarns, but I like it. It's pretty. I think I'm at least close to gauge. I did a gauge swatch. You guys, do you know that I've never done a gauge swatch? I did a gauge swatch for this just to see if I was going to get the correct gauge. And I did not the first time. I did not. So I think the recommended hook size was a 4, and I went down to a 3. So, I mean, I skipped 3.75, 3.5, 3.25. I went all the way down to a 3, right? But my gauge is close now. It's close. It's not perfect, but it's close. And I think that I can fix it with blocking it. I can fix it through blocking. I'm not worried about it. But just, man, the crossed double crochet, I wish it was easier. I just wish I could do it the way I want to do it, you know? If I ever did the top again in the future, I would be like, I'm doing it the way I'm wanting to do it, the easy way. This is too complicated. But trying to do it right. I have one repeat of the pattern done for one sleeve, and you need 7 for the sleeve, I think. So I got a long ways to go to have even one sleeve done. But they did extend the time. It was supposed to be till the end of February, and they've extended it to the end of March just because of yarn availability. People were trying to get yarn, and they're pretty low stock right now after Christmas. So we got a whole extra month, which I'm going to need, and especially when I don't know how much I'm going to be crocheting here in a couple weeks. 2 weeks, you guys, 2 weeks. Ugh. Think about me. 2 weeks, I'll be under the gun, under the knife. Oh boy. I'm not a surgery person. I've only had like 2 surgeries in my entire life. One I was semi-awake for. When I had a cyst removed from my wrist, I was kind of awake for that one. Like I could hear him. I could hear him talking. I was kind of just numbed and loopy. But I could hear him. I could hear him talking. Yeah. And then when I had my female surgery, that's the only real time I've ever really been like, out. I mean, a colonoscopy, you're out, but you're kind of like, I don't know, not a deep anesthesia, But this will be interesting. I'm going to look for new Advent stuff. I've been looking. I've been toying around with a February countdown or something. There's lots of February boxes out there right now. For Valentine's Day. Some 14-day stuff or just some Valentine boxes. I don't know. I should not, Mary Lou. I should not. So anyhow, there's 2 projects. Other project is that sheepshees blanket, and I'm like, that sheepshees blanket will get done when it gets done. I'm in no rush. I work on it a little bit here and there. I'm still on section 6. I'm not on the last round of section 6. I don't think I'm even on the last round yet. I think I have to do this round and one more round to finish section 6 of 12. 12 sections, you guys. I'll get that done when it gets done. The other thing I'm working on, I haven't worked on it in several days now, is the Advent shawl using the Bad Sheep yarn. Oh, it is so pretty, though. So pretty. Guys, it's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. I know, it makes me happy too, Mary Lou. Have you seen the new one? Have you seen the January one? I just got it. It's in the crafty vlog. I did the first week. I opened the first week because it was late, and I've communicated with her because I had a question about something, and she apologized. It was supposed to be here at the end of December, and it didn't make it. So she's like, I'm so sorry. That's all FedEx, and because she's not in the United States either. She's, I think, UK. I think there's a lot of hand dyers in UK. Woolly Mama was in the UK. There's a lot over there. But the shawl was very pretty. And this yarn that I'm getting, oh, gorgeous. Yes, she did. She typed a Z. Is Brenda sleeping over there? What's she doing? This yarn is getting stuck in here, you guys. This whole hank of yarn has been a fright. It's just been a fright. That's all I got. So if you haven't seen it, Mary Lou, it's in my crafty vlog, which I did, yesterday? It's beautiful. It's beautiful. The colors are just gorgeous. You know me. I'm all about color. All about color. What have I done here? That was a back loop. That's supposed to be a back loop. What do we got going on? Why are we messed up here? Why are we messed up? What do we got happening? That's a front. Oh, because I'm trying to think I need 2 more here, but I don't. I just got to do this back loop. And then I'm back to the beginning. I was thinking there was one more round here. There's not. Silly girl. Not one more stitch here. No, there's not. Let's see. Brenda's like, oops. Hey, C. There she goes. Brenda, what are you typing over there, girl? I don't know if that's 2 inches. That's probably like 1.5 inches, maybe. I don't know. Here we go. Here's what we did. We try it on. And we see what we think. Try on number 6 or something here. Let's see what we think about that. Well, I don't know. It's kind of good, but look at that. How much more do I want? I don't know if I want any more. Now, I do notice when I put it over my heel, I've got to stretch it to get over my heel. I got to really stretch this cuff to get over the heel. But then I kind of like it just like that. You guys excited looking at my leg and my foot? What do you think? I look like Bigfoot. My head's so far away and my foot's so big. Brenda. I kind of like it just like this. I don't think I need it any taller, I like them short like that. I don't want it way up here. And then, okay, as you go higher up your leg, shouldn't it get bigger because your calf gets bigger if you make your sock taller? Shouldn't you be increasing as you go to make it larger? I don't know. the cat. She blamed it on the cat now. It's the cat's fault. My cats this morning, oh my gosh. The boys wanted out in the worst way. And I'm like, boys, you're not going to like it out there. The wind, you might end up, you'll be like Dorothy. You won't be in Kansas anymore. Who knows where you'll end up. They went out, and they were out for a few minutes, and I was busy, and I was doing stuff. Oh, they all went out. All of them went out. And the next thing I know, I look at the back door, and they're literally like on the door, like every single one of them. Let us back in. Let us in. I'm like, they didn't want to be out there. It's dangerous. Dangerous out there. So here's with this toe construction being just a circle, it's a little different, but I don't mind it. I feel like I would like a different toe construction, like do an actual more boxy toe, you know what I mean? I think I'm done. And we're right on time. Ba-doom. Now, question of the day. Question of the day is, what's next? I'll finish my other sock, just on my own time. But what do I crochet next with you guys? What do we do next? Yeah, I got to really kind of tug over my heel, but that's okay. Don't, I got caught in the yarn. Don't pull out my stitches. So how many rounds did I do? 5? I think. Oh, I can pull them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did I do 6? I don't know. Hang on. No, the first row is this just regular double crochets. So there was the double crochet row. And then there was 1, 2, 3, 4 of the, I think. I'm going to go with 1 row double crochet and 4 of the front post, back post. And then I'll match it to this side and make sure they match. They got to match. But I think that's what it was. 1 round of double crochets and 4, I'm going to write that down. 1 round of double crochet, 4 rounds of front post, back post. That's my shorthand. 4 are FPBP. So what should I crochet next? What should I crochet next? I always try to use a free pattern because I don't want to get, don't want to get in trouble with anybody. I'm going to do that, Mary Lou. I'm going to wear it around a little bit. Hang on. What do we have in mind? What hasn't happened? What could we do for Valentine's Day? I have an idea. One moment. One momente. One momente. I've done something similar, but where did I just put it? Where did I think it's a video. Let me get back to my watch now. Of course, I have an email, Mary Lou. Want me to give it to you right here? I'll give it to you right here. Oh, not that way. I won't. I gotta. Wait. Whoa. Where'd the things go? I'm in some. I gotta go back here. Where am I? There we go. Had me doing something weird. I did a heart pillow, Dawn. I did a heart pillow. But I think I found another cute little heart project that you can do with plushy yarn. I just ordered some yarn, you guys, and I ordered yarn from Hirschner's because Hirschner's is carrying Big Twist Posh, which everybody talked about Big Twist Posh. And it's a 5-weight, which is the one I like. I like the 5-weight. I don't like 6-weight. I don't like anything bigger or bulkier. Hate blanket yarn. You're never going to see me make anything with blanket yarn. I hate it. But they are making and carrying Big Twist Posh in quite a few colors. And I like that 5-weight yarn. I can get Michael's yarn in 5-weight, but it's been like not on the shelves. It's like gone. I don't know if they're getting rid of it. I tried to order some. I got 3 skeins. I got an orange, a yellow, and a white, and they canceled the black. I wanted the black, and they canceled it. So I ordered some Big Twist. Oh. Okay, I'm going to give you guys 2 options. And I can't blow up the pictures. 2 things I want to make. One is a little heart plushie. And if I use 5-weight yarn, which I think I have 5-weight in pink or red, I could get a pretty decent size out of it. Let me show you this little guy. Hang on. Let's go back to the beginning. Okay, here we go. So here is the little heart plushie. He's got arms and he's got feet. He's pretty cute. So there's this. That's an idea. Now here's something else I want to make. And I think I can sell these. And I want to try. Okay, well, right there. Stop right there. Nope, not right there. Nope, you went too far. Okay, hang on. Okay. Right here. Let it focus. Let it focus. Let it focus. It is a book sleeve. Okay, so you make the little sleeve, the white part, and then you make the flower, which makes a pocket, and then you make a bookmark to go inside your pocket. If I made that whole thing, they got a bookmark, they got a book sleeve, I could buy some little pens, put a little pen in there. I think they would sell. What do you think? So this one or the heart plushie, what should we make next? It's going to be one of those 2. Which should we make next? The book sleeve or the little heart? I mean, we got some time before we get to, I don't know how much I'm going to be crocheting. You guys are going to have to just remember that. I don't know how long it's going to take before I actually feel like crocheting after surgery. Brenda says the book sleeve. And think of all the beautiful color combinations you can make that in, right? All of the pretty color combinations. I have seen her do some really pretty colors. Book sleeve, book sleeve, book sleeve. Okay, I want to make the book sleeve. So we're good. We are good with that. We'll make the book sleeve. So I need like 2 tones of a color, either pink or the one she makes in the video is like she's making a pink book sleeve with, what is she? Pink? Is it all pink? What does she end up with? Hang on. Let's see what we get at the end. Okay, yeah. Here's what she ends up with. Just 1 tone of pink even. She didn't even double color it, double tone it. Hang on. It's coming, it's coming, it's coming. Oh, come on. There we go. Yeah, that's all 1 pink. I like it better with the 2 tones. Honestly, I like the 2-tone better. So, okay. book sleeve it is for next time. Let me go dig through some yarn. And I like the fact that I can pull that yarn from my stash. Absolutely just go down and pull it from my stash. Here's another thing she makes. Same person. I'll show you. It's also a book sleeve, but it's more like a book bag. Now, I don't like the color of this one. Don't think I like the color. I don't. So she makes it into like a flap opening, which I've made some of those, but I made one with a flap, not a full flap like this. But then she makes a strap, and then look at what she has dangling off it. She makes a little dangly off it, which I couldn't put a little dangly off the other style, I don't think, unless it was really small. But this is another style that she does that I like. I like it. Hang on. Let me try one more thing before I let you guys go. I'm going to look her up over here. I found her on Instagram. Brianna Nicole. Brianna Nicole. Oh my gosh, there's a million Brianna Nicoles. That ain't her. That's some party girl. Brianna Nicole. Crochet. There we go. Brianna Nicole Crochet. Crochet with Brianna. That's her name. Crochet with Brianna. So I'm going to show you like this little page right here. It has all kinds of stuff. It's all the book sleeves. Let's focus. Focus. Come on. Focus. Come on. Come on. Okay, there's the pink one. Make some turtles. Look at that. There's the purple one. And then there's the book sleeves that are like a bag. There's a green. See? Cute, aren't they? They're super cute. All of them are cute. So we're going to do that. Oh, look at this. She made this one. Hang on, stop. How come I can't just... You can't. It's a video, so I can't just stop it. Okay, I'm going to show you the one. Okay, let it focus. It's the bag style, but it has a pocket on it. A little half pocket. And look, she's got some little tulips hanging off it. Isn't that cute? That's adorable. You know that's adorable. You know I'm probably going to make a purple one. You know that, right? I'm probably making a purple one first. She's got some in here she's used. Variegated yarns. Those are interesting. There's a pretty teal one. Yeah, there's a couple different ones with the book sleeve going this way with the handle like a purse and a little pocket on it. Cute. Okay. Book sleeve it is. Here we go. Let's do it to it next week. All right. That flower is pretty easy to do. I've made some of the retro flowers before. So I've seen people make all kinds of things with those retro flowers. Blankets. I saw them make a sweater with those retro flowers, the retro daisy flowers. I made a whole sweater out of them. Crazy stuff, you guys. All right. Well, I'm glad this worked today. I'm glad my computer's working. Now I'm going to go process that video. So hopefully later today, you'll be able to see a video of my last Black Friday painting just before the new stuff comes in. I got 3 new ones coming in. 3. You know. There's going to be some Diamond Art Club affiliate out there that's going to show what I got before I get to. You know that, right? They'll get theirs before me. That's just how that'll go. So anyhow. All right. I'll see you next week and we'll work on a book sleeve. All righty. Okay. See you later, guys. Bye.